done told me.
Hi, and welcome to Vintage Hollywood, your guide to the silver screen. I am Lauren Logidice. I'm joined today by Genavieve White, New York City makeup artist and specialist in the 1920s and 30s makeup and hair. So, welcome, Genevieve. So we've been talking a lot about your research and your work in that period. So what are the more interesting things that you found?
One of my favorite things is the emergence of these starlets and these celebrities from the creation of film, and just the instant idolization that women had with them, and so how the studio systems capitalized on that and created very specific looks for all of these actresses and very specific brow shapes and lip shapes and all of these things, and then marketed them to the women in the country.
So then there would be like a Joan Crawford lip and eyebrow shape, and then a Greta Garbo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how about the type of makeup that they use? Were there specific formulas for each actress?
Yeah, Max Factor especially really expanded on the types of makeups that existed and created lines for each one, and created all these new shades and colors and formulas, and just created the cosmetic world that we know today, pretty much.
Right. So the celebrities had their own specific formulas, and then these were marketed in turn to the masses.
Absolutely.
And that's why there was so many more choices. Very interesting. Was there a difference between the 1920s and 30s?
Yeah, absolutely. The 20s was all about fun and being youthful, and part of that was short hair and very underdrawn lips, which also had to do with the makeup that was used in the heavy lights in the filming, so they underdrew their lips so that they wouldn't bleed off of their lips. But it created this very young, almost infantile looking persona.
Then in the 30s, as the Depression happened, people wanted more adult and more mature looking women because of the times, and so the lips became overdrawn and more matronly. And so if you look at the lip styles between the 20s and 30s, you can see a very sharp difference in just the age and the way that the women look because of it. So in the 20s, when the style all of a sudden chopped it all off and it was very short, and they created these really tight finger wigs that then in the 30s became a little bit longer and a little bit softer. But the 20s especially was this huge deviation from what had been, which was very long and very flowing.
Well, thank you. I'm sure there's a lot more we can talk about, so hopefully we'll have you back for some more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hollywood. Great. Thanks.
My mama done told me when I was in pigtails. My mama done told me, hon, a man's gonna sweet talk and give you the glad eye. But when that sweet talking's done,